lot of it is very much in the eyes of the beholder, very much circumstantial. A lot of beauty is a combination of smile, personality, and just how genuine I think you are. That said, one man may not have a propensity toward, redheads or blondes. That's not the point. But as a construct, I really think that beauty definitely changes, and I think that on a societal level, but also on an individual level, it changes a lot.
So women want resources from their mates. They want a mate that can be able to provide food and take care of their young. And males want to pass on their genes. They want to reproduce. And that's what they want, and so that's where that comes from. So we have these ideals of beauty and these standards for women because that's what men want, and then women want resources. They want money, they want, cars, jewelry, status. And that's not true for everyone, but that's kind of where that comes from.
I don't think so. I feel like women probably have it harder because guys just kind of let themselves go and do whatever, it's like how I look is how I look, and then girls, it's almost like the opposite of the animal kingdom where like the male peacock is the one that's all pretty colors and stuff like that trying to impress the female, but it like with humans it's like the female has to impress the male. Yeah, I feel like men are more shallow because like they just want the girl that's pretty. Like they don't really take the time to get to know her and get to know her personality and who she really is as a person. But I mean, girls look for the guys that are really attractive to you, but I feel like they spend more time trying to get to know the guy.
I'm glad to see that. I'm glad that most of the girls I see are, of very diverse sizes, and I don't know. I just support being natural. If you're, be healthy. Always be healthy. Always be fit. But don't try to lose weight just to fit in a smaller dress. And I'm sure. I'm 100% sure there are girls like that here. I'm sure there are tons of them. And I wish that wasn't the case. I wish people were happier with themselves. Because as a guy, if I can find someone who's happy with themselves, that's the number one turn on.
But men are also objectified. Like you watch movies like Twilight, and that whole film is nothing but a bunch of white dudes walking around with their shirts off, and they're all super muscular, and they're all like intelligent and witty, and they're all funny, they're all moralistic, and they're all really good people, and they've just got everything going on, and not a single one of those guys has a single flaw. And how do you live up to that? I guess as a man, like how do you fit into every single one of those categories? And the reality is you don't, because like human people aren't perfect, and I don't know. I would like to see some kind of social trend getting more comfortable with difference and getting more comfortable with deviance from these completely arbitrary constructions of what is and isn't beautiful and what is and isn't attractive.
Ever heard a guy talking about wanting to work out, looking for spring break? And you always hear about girls, working out, get ready for spring break and stuff, get a tan or whatever. But he was saying that this spring 2012, is the very first time he's ever heard any of his fraternity brothers actually talk, hey, I need to get a tan, I need to get fit for spring break. So the idea of, having to work, having to put effort into it, and the idea of beauty isn't something that's just there, you have to actually work toward, is definitely becoming more prominent in guys in terms of, what they want to do to make themselves look better.
The varieties that you see in characters, in movies and in films and TV shows, you see a lot more variety in the terms of male characters that you see, because men tend to get away with variety more than you see in women. If you have a token female character in your TV show, you're going to want her to be hot. If you have a token female character in your badass squadron of superheroes, you're going to want her to be fine as hell. So like that's something I think about a lot, is that in movies and comic books and in books and in all different forms of storytelling media, you see men who might be older but they're still badass, or you might see men who are kind of chubby but they're still really cool. You see all kinds of different badass men characters, really strong men characters who might be ugly, who might be old, who might be bigger, who might have, any number of things that could be considered deviants from the norms of accepted standards of attractiveness for men. But by and large, you never see female characters who play leading roles in films who are, who are fat, who are unattractive, who are old, unless that's their token role. Like the sage old black woman who gives sage advice, or the the fat girl, the really fat girl who like is a fat girl and that's her thing. That's what she offers to the TV program.
Well, I mean, even in like what you were saying before, like the ugly guy gets the girl is always gorgeous.